Hi guys.
Welcome to the morning show. Yippee.
We're gonna rank Mastodon's discography, full-length studio. We didn't include Call of the Mastodon. I really don't know if that counts as one, and even if it does, neither of us know any songs off of it, so it wouldn't be fair to rate it.
Yep.
But, Remission, Leviathan, Blood Mountain, Crack the Sky, The Hunter, Once More Around the Sun, Emperor of Sand, and Hushed and Grip. Them's the ones.
Them's the ones that we gonna do. I probably should have came more prepared, but I've listened to all of these. I think I can give a fair assessment. I'll say this though, Ashton's the guy on this. So we're gonna be ranking them and trying to come to an agreement, but I think I'm mostly gonna leave tiebreakers or anything like that to him. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
But I've listened to all of these. I think I can give a fair assessment. I'm going to have my phone out the whole time so I can look at songs and remind myself.
Yeah, what we've done is Trentin and I have both curated our own rankings, and I guess we're going to go last to first and see which ones we put and then argue about them, because I don't think we're going to agree on a lot of these, but we'll definitely agree on some.
I like hearing you said we curated this, as if I didn't sit here like bumbling on my phone like...
Well, that's what curation is. That's what it looks like.
It makes it sound like it was such a cooler thing. Yours was cool. You writing in your stupid little pen like, fucking...
That's because I've seized the means of production. I no longer need to rely on my phone to make a list. I have paper.
Okay, deal. That makes sense. Okay, so shall we begin?
What's your eighth pick? What's your worst one?
I think Remission.
You bitch. Go fuck yourself. No, it's not Remission. That's wrong. Remission is great. The right answer is The Hunter.
I don't think it's The Hunter.
It is The Hunter.
I don't think it's The Hunter.
Fuck you, Trenton. Go
it's
fuck
okay.
yourself.
Okay, listen. Okay, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. Because I just don't think Hushed and Grim is better than The Hunter.
It is.
I don't.
It is. It's so much better. Hushed and Grim is great. What's wrong with you?
You think The Hunter is the worst?
It is! Did you not hear? We listened to a few of the songs before we started doing this to refresh ourselves.
Listen.
Whatever. What's so
okay.
Brother, Remission is my fourth pick. It's almost my top three. I am not compromising on fucking Remission. I refuse.
Oh, fuck. We're so fucked already. I just think Remission shows its age a bit much. Okay, listen. Okay, let's talk about this. I'm trying not to like show our picks, but I guess it doesn't like... Could we agreed on Hushed and Grim being the worst? Where do you have Hushed and Grim?
It's above Once More and The Hunter. My last two are Once More and The Hunter.
Okay.
I did like Hushed and Grim.
I did not.
What's your fucking problem?
I've never felt... I liked Tear Drinker, but that's because it had a bass solo. Mastodon makes me feel... I've never felt more nothing than when I listened to Hushed and Grim.
You didn't watch the documentary about how it's about their fucking manager dying?
Oh, no.
Did that make you feel anything?
That's totally cool. I'm talking music. It didn't make me feel nothing.
So, how am I supposed to be okay with fucking Remission going from 4 all the way down to 8?
No. Remission, we'll get to that. Can we agree on Hushed and Grim being the last?
Where did you put The Hunter?
I put The Hunter as my 6th. So I'm thinking...
Okay, what if we put The Hunter in last, Hushed and Grim second to last, and then Once More? Where'd you put Once More Around the Sun?
Oh, man. Okay, we're devolving right now. We're okay, we need to... Okay. I put Once More as my 4th.
What?
I like Once More. It's just... Okay, we'll get there. Let's just say this. Okay. Let's get back in order. We're getting back into the order of things. Okay. Just for now, I say let's do Hushed and Grim on 8.
Fucking
And
fine.
okay, if you don't mind, I just don't feel any. So why do you like that album?
Because it's awesome. It's a good album.
It's just so.
Fucking Braun's vocal performances are great. All the songwriting is really good.
If anything, I feel like to me it's more of the same. Also, it's like it feels to me a little bit too much like Emperor of Sand. Also, except without the emotion.
It feels like it has a really different vibe for me than Emperor of Sand, because Emperor of Sand really channels into this dry, airy atmosphere, and Hushed and Grim doesn't really do that. It's a little bit more wet, a little sopping. Not necessarily sopping. I'm speaking about mixing and vibe here, brother.
Yes.
And it's got a darker atmosphere, I feel like, and I like it. It's just like...
Yeah, I don't know, it's just gray and there's just nothingness to me. But, okay, then Hunter.
Hunter mandatory. If we didn't put it in 7th, I think I'd lose my shit.
Okay.
I would start throwing a tantrum.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run with that. Listen, I think the Hunter has some good stuff, and I see the vision for it. I just don't think it came together all the way.
Yeah, the first 2 to 3 songs are really good, and then it just stops being good for me up until the title track, because the title track is fucking awesome. But I've really tried to like that album, and it's not bad, but it's not good.
I like the funny cow.
That's a deer, you idiot. Is it a deer? Let's look.
What?
You have so many apps on your goddamn phone.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
4 pages of apps.
I guess that's a.
That's look. It's got fucking horns, isn't it?
Okay, but that's got to be like a hybrid, because what's with the...
Look at that. Those are deer fucking antlers, isn't it? Look at its moose.
Yeah, but why is it white? It's something.
It's a drawing.
Whatever.
The artist can make it whatever color. It's a
Dow.
Why is its mouth like that?
What fucking... Whatever.
Why is it in a red fucking void?
Fuck you. Number 6. I want to know what your number 6 is.
So this is where I put Hushed and Grim.
Okay.
So
okay, with that in mind,
I would put probably Once More here then. Once More Around the Sun, because I put that in 7th. What did you put in 6th?
So man, you think Remission's better than Once More Around the Sun?
I just like it more. Let me clarify. I think this is true for both of us in all of our lists like this. I am clouded by opinion. I am not being objective. I am saying what I like the most.
Yes, let's be clear. This is so biased. This is so biased. As a matter of fact, I want to go ahead and broach this topic because you mentioned it, but I don't think Mastodon fans are going to like our opinion here. This is going to be unpopular, but okay.
Yeah, I'm really, really bad at some of my favorite albums, for a while, The Link was my favorite Gojira album, just because I liked the time that I was listening to it. It made me feel real nostalgic, and everyone, at least at the time when I was listening to that album, considered it to be their worst album. And they're wrong, it's great, but...
Yeah, here's what I'm... As long as this list goes in a way that I want it to from here forth,
we'll see what happens.
Kidding. We're gonna see what happens. The more I think about it, I do like Once More Around the Sun. I like the technicality of it. I think that was definitely a good showing for everybody in terms of their talent. But I think we were talking about this. Why are you so damn happy? What are you so damn happy for?
Yeah.
I don't know. That it was just a bit not a lot of feeling in that way. So yeah. I think we're on 6. I'll put Once More Around the Sun there with you.
Yeah, and then I guess Remission is mandatory next in line for you.
If you don't mind, yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just think it shows its age. And also another fact about me, which I think you guys could kind of put together, judging by my musical takes in general and some especially the last video of our subgenre tier list. Honestly, I like me good mixing, and that's the fact. I really do value good mixing a lot of the time, and their early stuff that just wasn't their goal, I don't think. However, Remission, we re-listened to it. It's pretty nice, but it's better than I thought, I guess. It's just not what I look for, you know.
We have to be careful. I met that guy. I met the guy who mixed it. We have to be careful. We can't shit talk it too bad.
It was in 2000, bro. That was 20 years ago. Please don't take offense. You did a great job.
Yeah, it was good.
We couldn't do that. Ashton could not do that.
Plus, I think we go in opposite, not necessarily opposite directions, but I prefer to have an emotional piece of music, even if it means a compromised engineering experience. Like Have a Nice Life stuff is some of the most lo-fi music there is.
Yeah.
But that lo-finess creates a raw feeling in the music, which I imagine many black metal listeners can relate to and agree with. But I do agree that sometimes,
Sorry.
if your music is too technical, then your lo-finess can get in the way of the musical experience rather than contributing to it, like how I feel like we think black metal feels.
For sure. I guess my thing is with heavier music. Of course, I like, I'm with you for the most part in the idea of like sacrificing mixing for emotion in some way, in that way. I just don't necessarily think that I felt the emotion through the mixing in this case. I don't think I felt it. I felt more anger, but that's just, I don't know. That's not, I don't know. Just not what I was looking for in a Mastodon, I guess, right?
It's also, you might be able to I might be more lenient in forgiving bad mixing just because, dude, I like extreme music. I like a lot more extreme music, I think, than you do, as far as like more extreme stereotypical genres of metal, like death metal, closer to grindcore, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm a lot more forgiving when it comes to, let's say, subpar production.
Yeah. And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and get into, I think, my controversial take from your perspective. I'm curious if I'm going to make you mad. I'd say next up in fourth is going to be Leviathan for me. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's fine. I put Leviathan in third. Okay. I think Leviathan is a great album. All of these are good albums.
Yes, and to be clear.
For some reason, I can see with clarity of vision that Leviathan is objectively great, and I love it. It doesn't make me feel like I want it to make me feel, though. I don't feel emotional when listening to it. The music is objectively great. The vocal performances are good, too. Maybe it's just the subject matter.
Yeah.
Moby Dick is cool. I don't know if I want to listen to an album about it.
I agree.
Like Blood and Thunder is great. I've never wanted to kill a whale more in my entire life than when I'm listening to fucking Blood and Thunder.
Mm-hmm. And and also this is where one of those few times where I think some of the mixing choices were also very interesting to me. I've never heard, and this is also very much from inexperience, I think, but I've never heard a song sound like Iron Tusk. I love that song, and that's a very unique song to me in its mixing and its feeling, and that's one of those times where I'm like, I can definitely jive with this. But as you said, I just think, I don't know, maybe this is, I also feel like that album can get a bit samey sometimes, a little bit.
I don't know,
but
I like a lot of it. And all of the guitar work is genius. Sometimes I can't tell when different songs are happening, but that's not, I think, the album's fault. Most of the time I listen to my music album through all the time, no matter what. Yeah. So it's hard for me to do that, but I think I tried to show you Island once. Island, I think, is probably my favorite song off this album. It's a lot closer to, like, Remission sound. It's much heavier than the rest of the stuff on this album.
Right.
And Hearts Alive, Aqua Dementia, and Joseph Merrick. Those all fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've listened
to them. I'm going to have to re-listen. I think Iron Tusk is probably my favorite, but
the guitar work on this album is just genius. I love it so much.
Yes, for sure. With that, so we're now down to our final...
our top three.
Top three, yes. Blood Mountain?
Yeah, that's reasonable. I put Blood Mountain in fifth.
Wow, okay. Yeah. I just think, and call me crazy, I think Blood Mountain had, one of the most unique vibes for Mastodon, and also one of my favorite vibes. Like, it's so longing in a way and sorrowful, but also it has this foresty... I'm talking out my ass, but I just love it. It's so unique to Mastodon, I feel like, and those riffs smack so fucking hard. Colony of Birchmen is like, So yeah. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I want to like it a lot more every single time. Like, I forget to listen to that album a lot. I'll never go to it instinctually, but every time I do, I'm shocked by the fact that it's fucking great.
Yeah.
And I just don't go back to it for some reason. But it's, I think, almost perfect.
I can agree.
Especially in comparison to what came before it and came after. I think everything that's good about Remission and fucking Leviathan, it just does better. And it's more organized.
I agree.
I feel like so. The songwriting is better. The mixing is better. Basically, everything about it is better.
Yeah.
It maybe is not as raw as those because the vocal performances are so different. It's not as angry necessarily, but sometimes it's very angry. Listen to The Wolf is Loose.
Yeah.
And it's like great.
And I think this is for me. I'm not going to speak for Ashton here, and I think you can already tell from our list. But I don't know. I'm a bit of a fan of the prettier Mastodon most of the time. But, and to be clear, that doesn't mean I don't like heavy Mastodon. But it's just, I think I like it, the mixture of it. I'm a prog guy. I feel like prog Mastodon is where I find myself in. You know, the stuff I like. So.
Yeah. Now it's time for their objectively second best album. Crack
Emperor of Science.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Emperor of Sand.
Emperor of Sand. Okay. So, yeah. I just want to acknowledge and cut out the fact that I put my hand up expecting a high five. And yes. Okay, thank you. It's not as awkward anymore. Yes, you almost broke my heart. I do like Emperor of Sand. I think Jaguar God. Oh. I need to stop doing that.
To me, when I'm Jaguar and my God.
Jaguar God is so good. I really do. I really like this album. It's so good.
It's just great.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like it for some reason. Watch Anthony Fantano's review. Fuck that guy, right?
Fuck
Bald
that
motherfucker.
guy.
It's just... Maybe you could argue that it's a little long. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think that, like, the fucking Clandestiny / Andromeda... What's that other song? All of those songs that are right before the end, a lot of people kind of forget about those, and sometimes I do as well.
Yeah.
But I'm locked in with that album. I have it on vinyl.
That album also has a... How do I say? It has, like, a power. Those riffs are, like...
Dude, me with
fucking...
Andromeda.
Yeah, no. Those riffs are fucking hard-hitting. They're powerful, and they're just, like... They're good.
Yeah,
they're good.
I love Bron Daylor as a vocalist.
Yes, and I think that was definitely his. I'm not. He has a very interesting voice, and it took me a while to get used to. I think my first time getting like listening to him was Once More Around the Sun, right? And I wasn't fully sold.
I don't know. I think it's just beautiful. I think it's just perfect.
Yeah, and I respect that. I think Emperor of Sand though was the coming out party to me for Bron. I like him.
And I think his coming out party was on Crack the Sky. I mean, technically, it literally is because it's the first album that he does vocals on. Mm-hmm. But it's also just like I think my favorite performance is from him.
When I say that, to be clear, I'm not talking
you speak in reference to yourself.
In reference to myself, yeah. I heard Once More Around the Sun first, then Emperor of Sand, then Crack the Sky.
Is Jaguar God your favorite song from that album?
I think so. Yes.
Let me look. I have their albums pulled up here. I'm gonna look. I'm 90% sure my favorite song off that album is fucking Andromeda, but I'm gonna re-inspect it anyways.
Reinspection. Hold up.
Damn, all these songs are great. Fucking
Damn.
Roots Remain, Word to the Wise. Yeah, I think Andromeda is just the best song on this album, guys. I'm sorry, but it's just objectively awesome.
It's objectively speaking, we are right.
Yeah, it's just one of the best riffs of all time ever written ever.
Yeah.
So...
Sorry to say, it's number 2.
Are you ready to glaze Crack the Sky?
I'm so ready to glaze Crack the Sky.
Best album of all time. I love this album.
Yes, I think it might be my favorite album of all time right now.
Damn.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
So also, I don't... Ashton definitely, as he mentioned, you're an album listener. I'm a song listener, but I listen to albums totally. And this is an album, I bought the CD. I listen to it in my car all the time. It's just perfect from top to bottom. I think this is an album that flows well. I think I love the topic. I love their take on the topic. like it's mystical.
And it's got
yeah.
crazy fucking aura.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever listened to an album with such dense, impeccable vibe.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the mixing on this one?
I like it. I don't think there's anything to dislike about it. There's one part of the album that I'll always feel a little weird about. There's this like part where oh man, I'm gonna have to find it. But there's some slightly weird things, but I think for the most part, I'm in love with it. Yeah. But I think it adds character.
I think it's one of my favorite productions on an album. Mm-hmm. It fits musically what the album is doing so well, and it's just so like. I think it perfectly bridges that raw feeling you get from a lo-fi mix to something that's technically like beautiful to listen to. It just does all of it well, and these songs are really detailed instrumentally and also layer wise, because I know that Mastodon loves to throw in a fucking bell, some percussion, some fucking crazy shit in the background. It never feels like too much, and it never feels disorganized to me.
Yeah, and I think that was another thing. I mean, I'm such an instrumental guy also, where it's like I think sometimes some of their albums could be more dismember focus. Like, you know, sometimes you're gonna be like, oh, you want to listen to bronze drumming or whatever, you listen to this album, or you know, guitars and all that. I like, for example, I think I'm totally not saying he phoned it in, but I think Troy didn't do much on Emperor of Sand. Like, to me at least. I don't come to that album looking for bass. However, I think Crack the Sky, everyone was on 100. Everyone had something special to do and say. It's perfect. It's perfect. And it has the best song.
What's your favorite song off of this album? Let's say top 3, because I like a lot of these.
Yeah. Let me ponder this. What the fuck?
I'll give you mine while you're looking.
Yes.
I know the Czar is definitely one of them. It might be number 1. The Czar, Crack the Sky are definitely my top 2. And as far as my third one, maybe Ghost of Corellia. Or Oblivion. Actually, definitely Oblivion. The Czar, Crack the Sky, Oblivion. These are the best songs on the album. All of it's great, but these are the ones that I feel most deeply connected to.
Yeah. Number 1 is The Last Baron for me. I'm shocked that you don't have it there. It has the best riff of all time, in my opinion. I get crunk every time that riff comes on, and you know, maybe that's not indicative of a great song, but it's like that whole song to me it's almost like a build up to that riff. Yeah. It's just it's everything.
Yeah, I love that song also. I just didn't put it there just because, I mean, the Czar is also very long. It's 10 minutes and 54 seconds because I'm looking at it right here. Yeah. But The Last Baron is 3 minutes longer. So it can be very tedious to listen to.
I'll say that's definitely an experience. I think maybe driving also helps it. Yeah. That's a song I can fuck with some driving. But anyway, Last Baron, then the Tsar, as we said, that song is...
It's just the fucking best. Dude, you know the build up to the guitar solo where he's like, spiraling out to the crack in the sky. It's so fucking good.
Yes, it's so good.
Fucking perfect. I think that's my favorite moment on the album, period.
Yeah. And then I'd also put... I'm going to put Ghost of Corellia. I appreciate that song's bass a lot, and I don't know. Yeah, Ghost of Corellia. Yeah,
the bass on this album is great.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, that's exactly what I mean. I don't think he ever phoned anything in, but I think he just showed out on this album more than he does other ones.
I love Crack the Sky.
I love Crack the Sky. All of them are good.
Have you? You know that guy got canceled? The Scott Kelly from Neurosis guy.
No. What?
Yeah. I assume he features on Crack the Sky.
Well, fuck no.
No, yeah, he featured on like every one of their albums, and then he got canceled for some domestic dispute with his family.
Damn.
So now they can't have him feature on here anymore, and it makes me sad because his vocals fuck, especially on that song, and also Von Daler.
I don't know how I missed that, but. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well,
no, don't say it's cool.
It's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool. Why? I don't know why he did that.
That's cool. I love that guy.
It's not cool. What the fuck? So, in conclusion, to make sure we have our list down, at number 8 we have
Ashton Grim.
At number 7 we have The Hunter. At number 6 we have
Osmore and the Sun. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing the British accent.
No.
We're gonna get cancelled.
At number 5, we have, what is that? That's Remission.
Remission.
Number 4 is Leviathan.
Leviathan.
Then it's Blood Mountain.
Blood Mountain.
You're still doing some. You're doing some kind of voice.
I'm not.
And then Emperor of Sand, and the Peak of the Mountain at Crack the Sky.
Crack the Sky.
Step me up. Another good list. This is the definitive list. This is how you need to listen to them. And again, want to reiterate, all of them are good. I really do think so. I don't listen to some of them on repeats. I mean, it's been so long since I listened to The Hunter, I'm not going to lie. But they're all good. They're all good.
Yes. Give us albums that came out recently that you want us to listen to and review. Because we wanted to do that, and the only one we could think of was that one Knocked Loose album. And neither of us listened to Knocked Loose.
Yeah.
So...
And I mean, we will probably review it, but Ashton over here is a fucking stickler for quality and wants me to listen to it 2 times.
You need to listen to it. I'm going to listen to it for like a week. We need journalistic integrity, brother. What's wrong with you?
This fucking guy making me go out of my way for him. Whatever. Yeah, no, but yes, please do. We wanna hear you. Give us your albums. And you know what? Maybe not if they're pop, but I don't care what kind of album it is. You know, as long as you think that we'd like it, give it to us, and we'll.
Charlie XCX Brett review.
Bro, okay. I was joking, but maybe. Next video. Fuck that Knocked Loose album. Fuck that Knocked Loose album. We're getting down to side. Have you listened to Chapel Roan recently?
No. I hate Chapel Roan.
Stop! Wait. What? You don't mean
I'm
that?
Joking. I haven't listened to any of Chapel Roan's music. I'm just tired of hearing that name.
Shut up. I'm gonna fix that. We're gonna make Ashton listen to Chapel Roan.
Dude, fuck Chapel Roan.
Stop.
Embrace tradition, reject modernity. Listen to Lord's Heroin.
If I listen to whatever the fuck that shit is,
fuck you! How do you not know that?
What is a Lord's Heroin?
Go fuck yourself. Shut the fuck up. Your opinion is now invalid. What do you mean you don't know Lord's Heroin?
I don't know what that is. Who is that by?
Lord! Lord, obviously it's Lord.
You made it sound like an album.
Yeah, it's Lord's Heroin. Like you would say Mastodon's
No,
Crack the
you
Sky.
would say like Heroin by Lord, or like Lord's
Shut the
Heroin.
fuck up.
You know, you'd pop. I can assure you, whatever this shit Lord's pumping out is not as good as Chapel Roan. So,
dude, they're gonna tear you apart.
You're
gonna go outside and you're gonna get trampled to death.
I'm in the majority on this. I think you're the I've heard a lot of Lord hatred, not hatred. Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Well, enough of that. See you soon on the next morning show.